Welcome to House Talk, with videos that'll provide maintenance tips unique to Trilogy at Vistancia Homes. With your host, Doug Bowman. Hello and welcome. Today's video is about developing a maintenance plan for your Trilogy home. We're going to show you what a good plan looks like. We'll talk a little bit about risk versus reward, and we'll give you some tools to get you started. Because this topic is about developing a plan that suits your needs, we need to discuss what a maintenance plan is, since it can be different for different people. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. Are you a person who runs things to failure or likes to minimize surprises? Are you a do-it-yourselfer, or do you pretty much contract it all out? Do you plan on living here forever, or do you think you'll move in the next few years? And my favorite, how well do you sleep at night? These answers can result in a plan that only focuses on the tasks of high importance to a plan that addresses every appliance and every item in your house and property. If you're a run-to-failure kind of guy and you don't have problems sleeping at night, this video is probably not for you. So what does a plan look like? An annual maintenance plan for my house started 6 years ago and has been tweaked and modified each year since. It's still not perfect, but I do sleep extremely well now. It comes down to how much risk you're willing to accept. I have modified the detailed plan that I use and am making it available to Trilogy residents for free. Let's go over each of the attributes. For ease of tracking each task, there's a category and a component column, like a category of air conditioning and a component being like a filter. Next is the task description, and this can be detailed or as simple as you like. In addition to a description, I like to add important dates like purchase date or warranty expirations. For example, I noted that my water heater was installed new in December 2016, and I replaced the water heater's anode rod in October 2019. In a couple of years, I'll never remember that. The next column is how I rated each task. It's purely subjective, but it is logical. Obviously, inspecting for termites has more of a consequence than cleaning the carpets. The materials and costs are obviously just reminders for me. You can use it or remove it. After all, it will be your list when it's all said and done. The last section is the schedule, and that's the most important. This is where I do most of my tweaking to get it right. I schedule indoor tasks when it's hot outside. I do outdoor tasks when it's cool, and the timing supports just-in-time maintenance, like applying weed preventers just before the weeds start to grow. The frequency of when a task gets looked at can be based on a manufacturer's recommendations, the amount of usage it gets, or the environmental conditions like heat or cold. The beauty of using a documented plan is that you can evaluate a frequency as you go and either shorten or stretch out the inspection based on what you find each time. Getting the recommended maintenance activities for your major appliances will be important. You can start the process by walking around your house with your cell phone camera and taking photos of the appliance manufacturer's labels that are usually viewable from the front. Get the model number for sure. If you don't have the owner's manual, you can use the manufacturer's website, or another good site that I've used is called Manuals Library at www.manualslib.com. to get the owner manuals you need. It's probably the best website out there for user manuals. Even though I have the paper manual for my Samsung washing machine, I was able to easily get the owner's manual from both the Samsung website under the support section and the manualslib.com site. Once you locate the manual, just look up the maintenance section in the table of contents for the information that you need. Well, throughout today's presentation, I've been showing several examples of tasks that make up a typical maintenance plan. Some of them are obvious, but I still include them to make sure that they get done and that they get done at the right time. I think I paid for my outside windows to be cleaned twice before I realized I was foolishly washing them right before the monsoon season. Well, in conclusion, if you're a Trilogy resident and would like a copy of my starter maintenance template, feel free to look me up, Doug Bowman, in my Trilogy life. I will gladly send out both a Mac and an Excel version for you to work with. And don't forget the manual library website for free online appliance manuals at www.manualslib.com. Well, I hope you're interested in developing your own maintenance plan. Some of my other videos may cover some of these specific tasks in greater detail. If you like this video, you may like these other videos I've done, specifically about Trilogy Homes.